Hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on? Yep. When you hear the truck horn, you know what's going on. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, man. If you are a member, man, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being a member. Raw Hat, thank you. Bishop, thank you. Alan V, thank y'all, man, for becoming members on my channel. You will be getting all the videos at the same exact time as they drop. Not, you'll get them throughout the week, and that's okay, man, because you still rocking with me, and I appreciate that. We're going to talk about the Senior Bowls national roster, QBs, and running backs. Yes, we are. And as y'all can see them on your screen right there. The QBs and the running backs. Let me get it pulled up there a little bit bigger so y'all can see the names below me. All right, I get them below me. Oh man. So who we got lined up here? All right. So first off, to the right, that's the defense. I'll save that for another time, another video, maybe, and maybe the last one or something. I'm trying to bounce through and talk about the guys that I know on these rosters. These are a lot of guys, man, and I'm telling you, I know about a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? Done a lot of homework on these guys, right. Tyler Shaw from Louisville, man. Oh man, you know what? And Tyler Shaw, man, he didn't show too bad, and he got the size, man. Tyler Shaw has the size, absolutely, to be a beast in the NFL, and that's why I'm like, I don't understand where these so-called pros, scouts, or mock drafters or whatever are talking about how weak the quarterback position is in this 2025 draft. I'm going to say this again for like the 6th or 10th time, that if 4 quarterbacks hit in a draft, that is a successful draft class. You got to remember, you got 32 NFL teams. And if 4 of those guys wind up becoming valuable starters on their NFL teams, in which I think that it can absolutely happen with this roster, with these guys at quarterback, that's a successful draft year. To me, I maybe I could be wrong here. I'm not right with everything, but I'm just saying, to me, that has to be a successful draft class. I mean, what are we talking about? And now we are sitting here talking about Tyler Shaw for no other than in the ACC from Louisville, right? Top 5 in the ACC. I think Tyler Shaw was what 20. He was at 244 completions on the season. He had a 63 completion percentage, threw for 3,195 yards, had 23 touchdowns, 6 interceptions on the season. Got invited to this Reese Senior Bowl. Um, and look, regardless of their player not at the bowl, you know what I'm saying? I think you could see some more up out of those guys, but we know he could throw dimes. We know he could throw those guys open, right? And for him to be there, and that makes him a tough quarterback. And how I believe Tyler Shaw, how tall is Tyler Shaw? I just wanted to get y'all his measurables. He's 6'5", 225. 6'5", 225, and that guy can scoot. You know what I'm saying? He can see over the line. And I think, and look, a lot of these guys, I think what they're saying is they're just not going to just jump on an NFL roster and start, right? But see, that's the thing. That's the thing of what I'm talking about with this class. I think this class is not, they're mature, but like you're gonna get these guys that are, it's more traditional type of draft where you could get some of these guys in this draft sitting behind, but they're going to become stars later on, because these guys are going to develop. Like this is a hard working class of guys that you're getting in the draft. Like, no, yeah, we're getting a more traditional type of draft setting with this draft, because a lot of these guys is just, you know what I'm saying, you're going to get in the later rounds. You're going to be like, yo, I remember him. He came out 2025. He's a beast now. Yeah, like it's just going to be like that with some of these guys. Some of these guys, like, and I think it should be like that with the draft period. Like, I think that you need to give these veterans more of a chance, like, or you know what I mean, or look around, because and stop putting these young players in the fire so early because you're getting a rookie deal. But I think that's the cheaper way of building teams now, because these rosters and these cap spaces, I think in the next 4 or 5 years down the road, we're gonna be looking at our first $1 billion cap space or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Something wild like that. Damn near $1 billion. You know what I mean? And cap space, the way that it's going right now. But and I think that's what they're trying to do is they're trying to get these rookies straight up out of college and like, okay, come in and be able to provide because look, we got you on a rookie deal for 4 years. We want you to come in here and win us 3 Super Bowls out of the 5 years. I got you out of I drafted you for 5 years in the first round. So I need you to win me 3 Super Bowls. Like, I don't think that that's going to happen with a lot of these guys in this draft, but you're still going to get valuable players though. You're getting a lot of hardworking individuals like Tyler Schlaw from Louisville, quarterback, 6'5", 225. I gave you his stats. I mean, what more do you want? I mean, let's get it. Let's go. Move on to the next one. Dillon Gabriel. Let's talk about Dillon Gabriel. He got all the experience that we seen Bo Nix and Michael Penix come out, and people keep comparing him to those guys, but he's different than those guys. Like he was, I think that he played in a tougher what is this? So let's run this back. Oregon played in the Pac-12. Bo Nix had he was successful there. Yeah, Michael Penix did go to the national championship. He played in the Pac-12. Two quarterbacks that played in the Pac-12. That was probably the Pac-12's best year. But we talking about a quarterback who grew up playing in a tough Big 12, right, where they just beat up on each other for Oklahoma State. But then he went to Oregon in the Big 10. You know what I'm saying? He did go to Oregon like Bo Nix in the same kind of system. So yeah, he learned some of the same things that Bo Nix did. Took what the defense gave him. Very patient quarterback at the position, but he also played in a tough Big Ten. He played in some tough games and he showed up and he used his athletic ability and he showed poise at the position. Most definitely. And I think that's what you're going to get when you look at a Dillon Gabriel. And like I said, when you Dillon Gabriel, he's probably and he's not the most experienced quarterback in his draft. There's other guys who have experience, but they just don't have the stats or they had very bad seasons this year to the point where they're going to be way overlooked and they may even come out and be pulled up on somebody's roster as an undrafted rookie free agent and still maybe pop. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? You never know with this. That's why it's the draft. It's like the lottery kind of, you know what I mean? Make your pick and hope it hit. You know what I'm saying? Pick a number and hope that it hits, because Dillon Gabriel, but a little bit of stats on him, just for y'all don't know. He completed 326 passes this year, had a 73 completion percentage, threw for 3,856 yards. He had 30 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He got sacked 21 times down there in Oregon. I don't want to say he was running for his life, but I mean, come on, man. You got a guy coming out. You got Curtis Rourke from Indiana coming out too, but he's a MAC quarterback. He definitely knows what it's like to grind. But Dillon Gabriel's 6 foot, 200 pounds. Um, but yeah, I don't know how that's possible. But Curtis Rourke, man, from Indiana. Let's please talk about him. 6'5", 223, man. He's not the most athletic guy, but he's definitely tough. He got 29 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He threw for 3,042 yards, man. He's going to be a serviceable guy in the NFL. I think that he possibly got the chance to going up. Let's see what he do. Because if these guys that 6'5", Tyler Shaw, Curtis Rourke, if they run with the guys want them to run, it's going to be a problem. They're going to jump up on the boards because they already got the size. So if they can run and set up plays, they're going to jump up. But Tyler Algersma, the quarterback from Canada, first Canadian quarterback they sent threw a touchdown. The pass wasn't pretty, but I don't think it got to be in the game. Don't really know too much about him, but I did see that little highlight clip of him throwing the pass in the Senior Bowl. So we'll see what's up. Curtis Rourke was not on this list. He's not on the list. I just had to mention him. I just had to mention Curtis Rourke. I had to throw Curtis Rourke in there because look, like I mean, let's just keep it real. Like Curtis Rourke, like from Indiana. First of all, that Kurt Signetti did a fantastic job this year with Indiana. Um, and then Curtis Rourke coming from the MAC, he knows what hard work is. If you talk, that's exactly what I just said. You are getting guys who have no problem with coming in there, number two, number three quarterback, but working their way to number one. You're going to get guys. This draft is full of guys who know what it's like to grind. And I think that's what I like most about this draft class. I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm just keeping it a buck. I really am. And now to the running backs. Ollie Gordon, second. Let's talk about him. We just talked about him a little bit yesterday. He is going to be a surprise running back. I would love him on the Steelers. We're talking about Ollie Gordon. Had a down year. Is coming out this year. He had a down year, and I think the down year man hurt him. And people's going, oh, they're going to forget all about the 2023-24 college football season. They're going to forget about that. They're going to forget about that. They're going to say, oh, well, he didn't have a good showing. They stacked up for him. Well, yeah, they were trying to stop doing nothing but Ollie Gordon. They went all out on him. And he still got 800 up out of the deal. But still, like Ollie Gordon going to the NFL, catching out of the backfield, big body guy, put the moves on you, speed, man. Don't be surprised. I'm just saying, like, do not be surprised if some of these guys jump ahead of some of your favorites. Do not be surprised because I think that honestly, like we seen like I'm not we seen what the great running backs is going to do. We seen what they going to do, man. We seen what Caleb Johnson did. You know what I mean? We seen what a lot of guys is going to do in the out here. We did. We seen what Ashton Denty did. A lot of questions are going to come up about when you're talking about Omarion Hampton, Cam Scottaboo, and Ashton Denty, their usage of this year, right? Their usage. How was their usage rate? And I thought that was a joke when people mentioned that to me earlier this year, but it's really not. It's really not a joke. Like teams are really looking at the usage rate of these running backs. And when you talk about high usage rate, you're talking about Omar Hampton, you're talking about Cam Scatterboo, talking about Ashton Genty, Taj Brooks. And from there, I mean, the list drops out. RJ Harvey only had like 232 carries on the season. Jordan James from Oregon had about that. Kyle Mahogany, Brashard Smith, they're all down to, you know what I mean? Devin Neal only had 219 carries, but he had over 1,000 yards. Like, so, like, I mean, pick your poison. Pick your poison there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm saying with that, y'all. But I'll keep it moving because I don't want to be stuck on Ollie Gordon. But Ollie Gordon's a beast. Absolutely love the guy, man. I do, man. I like the way that Ollie Gordon ran and rock. Now, was he one of the leaders? No, he wasn't a leader. He wasn't a leader at all. You know what I'm saying? He had 190 carries this season, 880 yards. He averaged 4.6 yards per tote, and he had 13 touchdowns. You know, some solid stats to say, okay, y'all know what I did the year before that. Um, and I'm a solid back. I may drop in the draft, but I know nonetheless I'm going to get drafted, and he's going to go to a good team. He's going to go to a good NFL team. Somebody's good going to grab Ollie Gordon. That's all I know. And I think he come over here. Come on. No matter what, we're going to get a good back. So I'm welcoming anybody. All right. Jaquavius Marks, USC running back. And it's like, let's talk about it, dog. Now, I can be, now, just because that's another one of these guys who benefited from the team that he was on, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the fact that Woody Marks was the leading rusher and everything. Like, so you like, oh man, like, what is he gonna do? What is he like? And look, they had a couple of backs. I think it was like Quentin Jr. Um, who else? Marks. And like so you like, oh man, it was, and that's Quavius Woody, you know what I'm saying? He that you know what I mean? So that's my fault. That's my fault. You know what I'm saying? Like and he led. But like let's get it though, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it. 210, 208 pounds. I think he's a stud, man. I think he's one of them studs out there that could absolutely get it done. Excuse me, y'all. I got a little cold. Sometimes I don't know what this just weather. I'm bouncing back and forth. Excuse me. LaQuint Allen Jr. from Syracuse, absolute monster, man, absolute monster. And Syracuse catch out of the backfield. He can do it all. And I know y'all seen that. Like I don't gotta talk. I shouldn't have to talk about him that much, right? Because LaQuint Allen, yeah, averaged 4.5 carries on the whole season, had 16 touchdowns, over 1,000 yards. Same thing with Damian Martinez. But the thing with LaQuint Allen is, I think he just runs strong, and him coming out as a junior, young guy, 6 foot, 201, height, size. all muscle. You know what I'm saying? Speed, break off you, man. Like this draft of running backs is not short at all. How did the national team not win this game with these? Look at these backs. Just look, all. Let me read the national list to y'all for running backs. Listen, there and I talked about the receivers in the last video. So Ollie Gordon, Wo- Woody Marks, LaQuint Allen Jr., Syracuse, Damian Martinez, Miami, Bashul Tootin, Virginia Tech. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What? What? All bruising backs. Man, like, oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But LaQuint Allen, man, yeah, he's gonna be a problem. Damian Martinez, bro. Damian Martinez, like, yeah, not his usage rate was way down, had 159 carries, and he had over 1,000 yards. He averaged 6 yards per tote, 10 touchdowns. I mean, if you're talking usage rate and backs coming off the board first, 6 foot, 232 pounds, Damian Martinez, yeah, bring him over here, dog. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if guys is going, they're looking at that. He may be taking off before a lot of other guys. And Bashul too, and also too, he had 183 yard carries, and he had over 1,000. He also averaged 6 yards per tote, and he had 15 touchdowns, 5'11", 209, and the usage rate is right on point. It's right where the NFL scouts is going to look at and say, you know what? I love their usage rate. Under 200 carries, 150, 180 carries, you know what I'm saying, on the whole entire season and over 1,000 yards. That's production. That is definitely NFL back. If you're looking at it just in the numbers, if you're looking at it back just by the numbers, I think that is translation over to like an NFL more type of season, right? Because you're going probably, all right, that's right where it's at. And I think Damian Martinez is right there, but I'd love to have him. I think he's an absolute beast. Multiple teams can use a Damian Martinez. Anybody who needs a running back right now on their team can absolutely grab my Damian Martinez and plug them in there and 1-2 punch with their running back they have. Same thing with Ollie Gordon. I think Ollie Gordon is going to be a monster. His body, he has to be 100% healthy going into the NFL season this year. I want to see where Ollie Gordon ends up at. I want to see. I would really, I would really like him or Bristol Tootin in Pittsburgh. I'm just saying, those are my top. That are my top guys right now. I've been going back and forth with the running back type of thing, but man, these guys they just come in. These running backs come in and make it tough every single year. It's just so many good running backs that I think that's why the value of running backs have like have has decreased, but they're because they're like, man, there's so many good ones, but there's not so many guys who can catch out of the backfield, play receiver if needed to, block, pass blocking and run the ball. And I think that those are the things that separates the NFL best. Pass blocking, can you catch out of the backfield? Being an all down back is what separates these guys and makes paydays. I mean, this and how explosive you are. Christian McCaffrey, I think C-Mac, he set the standard to being a running back. He absolutely has. But yeah, y'all, that's the national list with quarterbacks and running backs. I threw Curtis Ryuk and Curtis Rourke. I like saying Ryuk. I don't know why. Street Fighter. Oh, you get Hadouken. It sound tougher. You know what I'm saying? Curtis Ryuk. You know what I'm saying? It sound tougher than Rourke. Nah, no disrespect to you, dog. I'm just saying. That's how I want to say it. Because I think that's what he gonna be throwing is them Hadoukens all over the field. Curtis Ryuk. Throwing them joints like Curtis Ryuk. getting them, completing them joints just like that. That's my guy, man. I don't know, but let's see, man. But peace, y'all. That's the next one. Catch me on the next one. Go ahead, become a member so you get them all back to back, Jack.